Yo guys, Anboni here, and in this video I'll show you how to beat warriors as a shadow priest, or at least give you some tips and suggestions. But before that, I want to make a small announcement, I guess. I want to start a new series. If you guys know Kobrak's, what was it called? Like Cobb versus you, I think. It was basically him picking random people and then dueling them and then going over the duels, like analyzing them a little bit. So I want to do the same. It seems like a really good idea. So I'm gonna duel whoever wants to duel me. If you wanna be part of this, all you have to do is leave your battle tag and your armory profile somewhere in the comments. I'm gonna choose people randomly. I'm even gonna choose people like ferals and rogues and enhancement, like stuff I know for sure I cannot beat. So even though I lose every single game against you, I'll still post them. Also, if you have like a YouTube channel, I'll also give you a small shout out. I'm not the biggest channel out there, but you know, if I can help, I'll do it. I'll be picking people at random, so you know, don't get mad if I don't pick you on my first episode. Also, it's gonna be probably, I'm thinking, about 3 people per episode and about 2 or 3 duels per person. So yeah, just leave your battle tag and your armory profile, and that's it. I'll take care of the rest. And now let's move on to the warrior guide itself, featuring Evylyn. As you guys may or may not know, I dueled Evylyn a couple of days ago. I even have a video about it. And really, dueling warriors is nothing special at all. It's really no rocket science. It's really basic and very straightforward. There are a few tips that I can give you. For example, you absolutely 100% must take roots instead of fear, so void tendrils instead of psychic scream, if you want to be technical. And also glyph of reflective shield is absolutely amazing against pretty much any melee in a 1v1. So definitely take those two. When it comes to talents on top of getting roots, I think, I'm not exactly sure because I tried both of them, but I think Shadowy Insight is a little bit better than Twist of Fate. But I'm pretty sure both of them work. So yeah, stick with whatever you want. Now, as far as the duels themselves go, really all you have to do is survive until you get your second Horrify on the warrior and you pretty much win the game. What I mean by that is, so as soon as the duel starts, I usually try to horror as soon as possible and root as soon as possible. Now, warriors have 2 ways of breaking your roots. One of them is actually attacking the roots, which takes a little bit of time so you can get a VT up or maybe some heals. And the other one is they can actually pop Avatar, and Avatar breaks roots, or if they're spec'd into Bladestorm, they can Bladestorm out of roots. So usually any warrior is going to either Bladestorm or Avatar your first roots, and they're gonna pop Recklessness and everything really early in the duel because they need to get pressure early. And you absolutely need to disperse that. I mean, sometimes you can get away with Spectral Geising and just trying to kite. But even then, it's kind of risky because, you know, during that time, all he need, like really warriors, all they need is like 1 or 2 globals of uptime on you. And even if you kite for the longest time and they get like the last, they get on you for 1 global, if they get an execute Mortal Strike or Colossal Smash execute or whatever, you're gonna lose a lot of HP really fast. So you can try kiting Recklessness, but really as soon as he gets up, as soon as they get on you, you have to disperse. After that, it's only a matter of keeping Power Word Shield on yourself, like for as long as possible. Whenever you don't have Weaken Soul, you put a Power Word Shield up. That's your #1 priority. Then you Mind Blast on cooldown, obviously, and then you root / horrify on cooldown as well. Most warriors are gonna trinket your first horrify. So usually this is the thing. Usually warrior duels end under 30 seconds. They're really fast duels because we can't really kite the warrior that well. We can't really kite the warrior at all. And if the warrior can break our first root and our first horrify, and after that we have no more CC for 30 seconds, and that's usually enough time for them to kill us. But if you can survive till that, then you probably win the duel because you know, we do have a lot of instant damage as well. With the instant Mind Blast and the Devouring Plague and all that. So as long as you don't get anything big reflected back onto you and you can survive until the second Horrify, then you're good to go. You can even try to Spectral Geist and stay in Spectral Geist for a very long time until it well, you won't stay in Spectral Guise for a very long time because the warrior is just gonna whirlwind or hit your shadow left behind, and you're gonna pop out instantly. But yeah, pretty much do whatever you can in order to prolong the fight, in order to get to that second root and the second Horrify. Meanwhile, just do your normal rotation of instant damage, Mind Blasts, Shadow Word Pain. Vampiric Touch is actually pretty big, and you should do your best to keep Vampiric Touch up. I kind of underestimated the damage of Vampiric Touch, as well as the procs you get with, for the instant Mind Spikes. It's really worth it, even if you struggle a little bit to get the Vampiric Touch up. Trust me, it's worth it to get the Vampiric Touch up on a warrior. And if you can survive to the second root, I suggest, this is a really big tip that I got actually today from right here. And he said, when you root someone, you should also make a macro to shield your roots. You can actually shield your roots, and then the warrior is gonna have not a really hard time, but of course a way harder time of killing your roots. And I didn't do that in our duels. I didn't think about it because I don't usually play with roots, but it's a really good tip and it does work. And yeah, definitely do that on the second roots. You can also do it on the first roots if the warrior decides for some reason not to Blade Storm or to Avatar out of it, if it just decides to hit it. So yeah, definitely worth shielding your Void Tendrils. And last tip I can give you is whenever they break your roots, be it via Avatar, Blade Storm, or just killing it, try to time like the end of the root with the Spectral Guise, because a lot of time they're gonna charge your Spectral Guise clone, or even Stormbolt you in Spectral Guise. So it's really good to Spectral Guise as soon as they're gonna charge you. And that's really all there is to it. Like I told you, the duel is really straightforward. It's over really fast. It's usually like a long duel is gonna last for 45 seconds at most. And the short duel is gonna last somewhere between 20 to 30 seconds. If you can live till the second root and Horrify, then you probably win. If you can't, then you probably lose. Also, oh yeah, I forgot about this one. You can also silence a warrior when he's getting low. If you silence a warrior, he's not going to be able to do Rallying Cry. And Rallying Cry is a really lifesaver for warriors, because it just puts them out of their Shadow Word death range. So as soon as you see them in Shadow Word death range or getting close to it, just silence them and it's your game then. Alright, so now let's go over one of my duels with Evylyn, and I'll tell you exactly what's going on, what's going through my mind and all that. You know how this goes. So Evylyn charges me, of course, and pops his Spell Reflect, and the first thing I do is I root him. I pop my Unused Trinket and my Shadow Fiend. My Shadow Fiend also eats the Spell Reflect without doing any negative thing on me. Evylyn just pops his Avatar to break out of the roots, and also pops his one-shot and tries to destroy me, and also Stormbolts me, so it's really pointless for me to actually Trinket this since I'm gonna disperse anyway. So I just disperse the entire thing and not really taking any damage. Meanwhile, my Shadow Fiend is doing some work on it, but my Shadow Fiend is gonna get feared. I usually keep Fear Word on myself. I think it's better than keeping it on your Shadow Fiend, even though your Shadow Fiend is gonna get CC'd for 8 seconds. So yeah, my Shadow Fiend does get feared, but I break my Dispersion and I get a fat Mind Blast and then a Horrify, and he's gonna Trinket that, but he's half HP already just from the passive damage of my instant Mind Blasts and Shadow Word Pain, and also a Shadow Fiend, which got like 2 or 3 melee hits there. Now out of my Dispersion, Evylyn is gonna pop his parry, which is actually a really good idea because I do a lot more damage when I come out of Dispersion. And really all I do here is try to kite. I just pop my Gnome Racial and I just run away. Right now I just try to survive, like I said, until I have Roots and Horrify back up. Whenever I have 3 orbs, I'm going to Devouring Plague for, all the damage but also the healing on me, because all I'm trying to do is stay alive. I'm keeping shield on myself as much as I can. And I silenced him here. I'm not sure why I even did that, because he was half HP, like he was nowhere close Shadow Word death range. But maybe I thought I could just get him in Shadow Word death range while he was silenced. But I can't really do that. I got him pretty low. And right here he did a D-Yard stun on me. It's the same problem as Shadow Priests when we have Glyph of Silence, which is if you have a 30-second CC spell and you spam the button when it comes off cooldown, it's always gonna be D-Yard. So there's a warrior tip for you as well. Never spam that Stormbolt as soon as it comes off cooldown, because it was a 1.5 second stun instead of a 3 second stun. But I didn't even realize that in the heat of battle, so I just Trinket anyway. And right here I got really low because it's just warrior damage. but I did get to live until my second roots. And right here I should have actually shielded the roots, but I had no idea about that before. And Evylyn is gonna kill my roots, so it would have taken him like 2 more extra hits maybe. And actually this is where I should have used my silence, because he was getting really close to Shadow Word death range. But as you're gonna see, he gets into Shadow Word death range and then instantly pops his rallying cry, and boom, he's out of Shadow Word death range. But luckily, like, Shadow Priest damage is actually pretty sick, and yeah, I just kill him via random instant mind blasts. That's really all you have to do. So yeah, there you go. I didn't really get to live until my second Horrify. It was like I was missing 1 or 2 seconds on it, but I just finished the duel. But usually if you get to the second Horrify, then it's GG, because you can get the full VT, you can even get like 1 or 2 flash heals, you can get full distance, and you can just Mind Blast, or you can just Mind Blast and Spectral Guys and get max range, and then wait for another Mind Blast. So it's a lot of damage, and then you get your orbs back, and you can do like double Devouring Plague. So if you can live that long, then you pretty much win. So again, dueling warriors is nothing really special. It's not even hard, to be honest. It's actually pretty easy. I did make a lot of mistakes in my overall duels against Evylyn, but I did learn a lot of things. So I definitely encourage you to go out there and duel every class you can. And on that note, I'm gonna expect you guys to post your battle tags and your armory links if you're interested in being in one of my videos. And that's about it for this video, and thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!